to add value any way we can, whether it's through experience, tips, tricks, or even our failures. So you can avoid those mistakes and accelerate your MTR journey.
We are
Dylan, my
live on
brother,
YouTube,
how you
Don.
doing? Oh, we're
Confirmed.
live.
Confirmed.
Oh, snap. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good, man. It's been crazy couple of weeks, months. I don't know. Time blurs together, when you're having.
Dude, tell me
No,
about it. Yeah.
yeah. I think you know times like this, like, and everyone's pretty much, especially if you're tuning in from the Facebook group, is like times like this really brings into perspective of like piece there's people out there with these like Los Angeles Flyers that really need housing, and it shows the need for housing that this community and midterm rentals provide, and not taking advantage of the situation of people and being consistent on your pricing and all of that good stuff is like really where you can show and add so much value into such a devastating situation. And
Yep.
like these are why like insurance claims are like definitely something you need to be tapping into if you're in the midterm rental space, but doing it appropriately.
Yeah.
Because even if you like if somebody's being the one to raise their price a significant amount at this point, you might get the claim right now, but you know probably won't last super long and be a repeatable business. And that's what it's got to be about, is helping the community and helping the people. So really brings in things to perspective. I would say, when devastation like this happens and you see, how people operate their business, and, you can find good operators and bad operators and a lot of good stuff like that. What about you,
Yeah,
buddy?
man. Yeah, dude. I mean, that seems to be the topic right now, right?
Yeah.
Is the LA fires, and it's rough, dude. Like, I'm from LA. I'm born and raised in LA, and I've heard, different sides. There's the positive side and obviously the negative side. And the positive side, I've seen a lot of folks give up their property for free, or even half at least the rent, which is a
Yeah.
massive amount for us operators that we're losing. But, so one thing I want to give a shout out or kudos to all those operators that's doing that, because I know it's hard. You got to bring revenue in, right, to feed your family, to pay your bills, to pay, your operational expenses. But when a devastating situation like this is when all that's put to the side, and
For sure, dude.
when the community needs help, I feel like we're obligated to help, right? At least for us MTR operators, especially for Air Venture Academy, um, moving, with integrity and doing business with the highest value and standards of ethics. Because I've seen the past few days, just on the negative side, folks raising up their prices because of the massive influx, which it makes sense, right? There's a need. That's usually how business works. If there's a need, prices go up. But in this case, it is a touchy subject, because once you start talking to these families, um, it's impossible for you to not,
I have a
unless you don't
heart.
have unless you don't have a soul, a heart. Exactly. So it's a very rough situation right now, but we're doing our part, trying to connect these leads to operators. Even if we don't have the home, we do have a big network. So we're just trying to um, be that bridge for the family in need. So kudos to you guys out there who's really out there to help and not just try to make a buck. Like, dude, just one thing I want to share is I was looking in, in the market in LA, and LA is massive, guys. For the folks who's not in California. Anyways, so I'm very familiar with the Santa Clarita market, super familiar. And there's this one, this home who, it was a 3 bedroom, and they marked their home for 15K. It just doesn't make sense. 15K for a 3 bedroom in this radius that I'm super familiar, because my unit is there, right? So I know that market. And just a couple of weeks ago before the fire, they were at like 10K. So where did the extra five come from in just a week? You know what I mean? So it's sad because you see a lot of those. And
But for
but
every one
there's
of those, there's someone out there. Like I've seen, a lot of posts of people, like you said, done offering free like hotel rooms. Like my wife just posted something today because she lived in LA for a while of like free hotel rooms for animals with or with people with pets and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So like if you guys are out there struggling and you need stuff, there's stuff out there, especially, if you're looking for something in LA. And
Yep.
I don't know why you'd be watching us right now, to be honest with you. But if you do need
Yeah.
something, personally reach out to me or Dunn and we'll find you something.
Yep. Yeah, man. Well, let's get into it. We're going to review today some posts that you guys put in the public group, and we'll try to do our best to give you our best advice and guidance to help you guys out. Let me share my screen. And in the end, we're going to review a new listing, a new property, and then we'll give our tips and tricks on that as well. So let me share my screen so you guys can see.
Midterm Mondays. Sorry for the downer mood to start, but we're back.
Let's see. Well, I can't share my screen. Okay, so I can't share my screen, but I'll just read it. All right, it says this one is from Tanya Goodwin. And I'm sorry if I'm mistaking your last name, Maslak. She said, first time MTRer here and wondering what you all do for handling a 3-2 home for laundry service. I'd rather not pay our cleaners to sit around and wait for 3 bed linens plus 2 bath towels worth. Oh, I got you. Worth to get Washington. Okay, I get it. I get it.
Did I share it? Are
So
you seeing
essentially,
it right now,
yeah.
Dunn?
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Tanya. So yeah, I mean, she doesn't want to pay her cleaners too much and have them wait for the laundry service. So typically for a 3 bedroom, it should take the fastest, depending if you have multiple cleaners cleaning at the same time. Like if they have a team, then of course it could be done in 2 hours. But I'd say 3 hours. That should be a nice window. 4 hours maybe. But to hedge over your cleaners from sitting around, there's a couple things that you could do. Number one, test it out yourself, right? Do the turnover, document every step that you're doing from turning over the kitchen, cleaning the dishes, doing the laundry, changing out everything, right? From head to toe. Take note, step by step, what is required. Then, after when you're done, you could review your notes and see where you could trim the fat or where you could apply a certain step along with another step. What do I mean by that? So, what I have my cleaners do as soon as they come into the home, or at least before, because now they take the laundry with them. Before, they would start the laundry first, right? Have everything handled, load the dishwasher, and then start with, you know, cleaning out the bathrooms or what have you, right? Um, this way, you have that time, that window to complete the laundry service. Other ways to do it is where, if you're lucky enough, you find the right cleaner, they take the laundry with them. And
Yep. That's
this
what I was gonna
idea, yeah, this idea was brought to me actually. That's what my cleaner said. It's like, hey, Don, I could just take it and we'll be in and out much faster. I'm like, I love that idea.
But Dunn,
So
what do you need if they're doing that?
what do you mean? What do you need?
Like you need multiple sets of sheets, linens,
Oh yeah,
like
definitely.
all
Yep.
that. You need to have like probably 3 or 4 sets.
3 per room, at
Yeah.
least minimum. Yep.
Yep.
So what I do, at least I have one that's ready to go that the renter, the guest can use, the client that's staying at the place. There's one that's accessible in the maintenance closet or what have you that they can access. And then there's another maintenance closet that's only for the cleaners. That's they only have access. It's locked up, and there's a set right there for turnover. So you want to make sure you have enough extra linens, and that goes for towels as well. That's usually the solution.
Yep. And I think Dunn made a good point is like I also always recommend somebody doing it once themselves, right? Like see how long that takes. See how long, it takes you to do all that laundry. Like I just turned over a 4 bedroom house actually like 2 weeks ago and it took me like probably 5 hours of doing laundry. It's like no joke.
Okay.
It takes a
Mhm.
very long time. But if you wanted to expedite that process, your cleaners could also do a drop off service at a local laundromat who does that and stuff like that. I mean,
Oh,
Dunn sounds like he's got a sweet hookup where a cleaner is going to take it home and maybe do it at their house and maybe he
mhm.
pays them. But
That's
like,
exactly what she does.
yeah. So like there's different stuff out there. And I would also recommend not paying them to wait around to do laundry because you're really just starting it and doing it. I mean, if they're
Yep,
doing a deep clean, maybe during that time you might be able to fit it all in. I don't really know.
yep,
But yeah, that'd be my recommendation. And then definitely having those extra set of linens will be
yeah,
very helpful. But if you think about the time, how much is your time worth? How much is your cleaner's time worth?
yep,
If you're doing it yourself, that laundromat getting it done in maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, like that's gonna
yep.
expedite your day versus you just like sitting, load in, load out, load in, load out, just crazy.
Love it. What's the
Also, I
next
think
one?
Abby Horton is in Columbus, so hook up with her. She might have a good cleaner.
Oh, yeah, she's a
She's the
gem.
best. What?
She's a gem.
Yeah.
Abby's a killer for sure. Yeah, I love her.
All right. What's the next one? I don't remember, so I was
The
going to start
next one
sharing
is
for a
for
second.
Wendy St. Clair.
Wendy Sinclair.
I could read what she said while you're looking for her
Found it.
post. Oh,
I
there you
got it.
go. So Wendy St. Clair said, need advice. I'm in SoCal and the power to one of my midterms that I arbitrage was out for 3 days last week due to preventative fires things, and it may go out again today for another 2 days. I have a nice family there and I've sent them flashlights and candles, etc. But what should I compensate them for this? She is mainly a bit cold at night. I suggest she use a gas fireplace, but she's afraid. Okay. I just don't know what is my responsibility here. Ooh, it's a juicy one. Should I just refund them the full for the days power is out or half or what? Wendy's just trying to figure it out. What do I do? It literally would cost me more to move them than I'm earning, and yet understand I'm not able to provide them a good experience. Do you think it's fair for me to request any compensation from my own landlord? It's literally out of everyone's control, yet here we are. What do you think, Dylan?
Yeah. So I would always err on the precaution, I guess precaution or the thing of compensating somebody. Like to say if it's out of your control or in your control is hard, right? Like I had a apparently a gas leak and my propane tank like leaked and that was the oven for instance, right? That's technically out of my control. I had no idea that I had
Yep.
like a propane gas leak and anything like that. And it's like it was a very minor thing, so don't nobody freak out. I promise. It's just like a thing outside, um, just wear and tear on the gas line. Um, but right out of my control. But I was like, these people couldn't cook a meal. They couldn't do whatever it is. So I would compensate. I would always err on the side of compensation. So like you don't have to compensate them the full thing. You don't have to compensate whatever, but whatever you think is fair. For me, they didn't have a stove for probably 4 days. I gave them like a $200 gift card to go get some food, and I got one of the like ones you can go buy anywhere. Um, so they had the option. If there's a local place there, if that's kind of something you want to do, I'd recommend that. Now it sounds like this is an arbitrage deal. Raleigh, you said it was arbitrage.
Yep.
Personally, I think it's on you as the lesser.
The
What's the
tenant.
correct word? I don't
Yeah. Tenant.
know.
Yeah.
You're the one whose name is on the lease as the landlord to these people, or you're subleasing it. So I think that is primarily your responsibility, unless in your lease agreement there is some type of with the
Coverage.
landlord, with the actual
Yeah.
landlord, with the owner. There's something that's in there that says like the landlord's responsible for blah, like
Mhm.
essentially that. But um, if it's out of your control, I still think it should be compensated overall because depending on your clientele, you don't know who they might refer or whatever it is
Mhm.
down the line.
Yep.
And if it's definitely with another business, that $200 will come back tenfold. I pretty much would guarantee it. What are your
Yeah.
thoughts, Don?
Um, I mean, those are all gold, right? To make it simpler, Wendy, just think like this. How would you want to be treated if it was the other way around?
Oh, boom. Mic drop. That's all I gotta say.
I think that's really it. When we this because we're in customer service. This is customer service. We're trying to solve a problem for the customer. Some things are out of our control. I get it. So what can we do to solve this problem? And it sounds like you're working at it, right? It sounds like you're being negligent and you're just trying to see the best options. I would think, what's my operational expenses? How much do I need to make sure I'm not bleeding, right? That's first. If you could meet that compared to how much they're paying rent, if it's to you, this is 100% your choice. You can give them back the other part, your margin, your cash flow, if that's going to make you feel better. There's some folks that's going to say, no, I need this cash flow because this is paying for my other unit, or this is paying for to put food on the table. So depending on your situation with, funds and all that, right? I think you can base it off of that. What do you think, Dylan?
I think you nailed it, man. It's like hard to know what's quote unquote fair.
Yeah.
Like, uh, what's fair to you might not be fair to somebody else. So I think that's a great way to put it is, what do you feel like how you would want to be treated?
Yeah.
And, power outages happen like at the end of the day.
Yeah. It does. And especially the nature of where we're in, the environment that we're in right now down in LA, right? So it's like totally understandable. It's not like I'm hoping, Wendy, because I don't know any more information, the home is not just that home with the power outage, right? I mean, if it's the entire block, it makes total sense. Um, you can even ask your tenant, like, hey, this is what I could do for you. Do you have any suggestions of what would make you more comfortable? I can see if we can work something out. I just want to make sure you are comfortable. The fact that you're being mindful and you're including them into, you're being considerate, you're considering their needs. I think that will help it alleviate if there's any tension or anything like that. But it just goes back to how would you want to be treated if it was you and you're in the exact same situation? Or if you want to go deeper, if it was your loved one, your parents staying at this place, how would you want your parents to be treated? I think that's a next level deep thinking.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And that's a great point, Don, is having conversation with them to understand, what they might want or need. Cause right, I got a floor heater right here. Like you go pick up those floor heaters and, that might relieve the issue, and now you might have a floor heater. Really kind of depends.
Yeah. And Wendy, if she needs the floor heater now, just tell her to go pick one up at Walmart or what have you down the street, store down the street, and have her send you a picture of the receipt, right? That she bought the heater. And then you could refund her for buying the heater, right? So she could have it now instead of waiting on Amazon if you'll order it online. I'm not sure if you live in the backyard of your rental property or what have you. But that's another way too, if you're out of state investing.
Bam. All right. You ready for the final post? We're going to review a property. Here is the post. Let's
do it. Who's this from?
Okay, I have to share my entire screen. Sorry for the inception real quick, but bear with me. Okay, better than I thought. We'll just go to my random email. All right, and we're not going to look at...
Dang, Dylan, you're grinding. You working. You got 100 windows open, bro.
What? It just keeps disappearing. Oh my gosh. All right, I guess we're going to not do that. I won't read the post. We'll just go to the property. All right.
There you go.
If you can't tell, me and Dunn have no idea what we're doing 90% of the time.
90% of the time. The
only difference here's the property. This is from Kalani Tran, I believe is her last name. And she's got this property in Las Vegas. So let's take a look at these photos. I love this living room. Like, seriously.
Yep.
Whoever designed this or, put in this color scheme, those couches pop. I love the wood accent chair. A lot of good stuff right there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, yeah.
These photos are really good.
Yep. Dude,
How do you feel about that, Don? Opening the cabinets and taking pictures.
I don't like it.
I don't
It's old
personally
school.
either. I feel
Yeah.
like I don't know what I'm trying to show there, I guess. But like,
That it's
I
fully
like,
furnished.
yeah, that's a good point.
That's the thought process, at least for me, when I first started. I was like, oh, I got to show them, like, I have spices, I have popcorn, all these things. But in this phase that we're in with rentals, midterm rentals, right? Folks know furnished rentals, and it's on your description as well.
I don't mind like the cabinets open like this, but I guess maybe the silverware. I don't know. Maybe it's just the silverware. I'm like, yeah, you got silverware.
Dylan has a thing with silverware. He likes using his hands to eat. He's like
Me?
Filipino.
Oh, the bedroom looks good. You got a good like accent. I think you could put like maybe a
Yeah.
picture above it or something.
Definitely need something above it. It's too naked.
I have these exact dressers. I think these are on Amazon. Probably take 10 minutes to put together. Oh, look at that balcony. Can I go back?
Oh wow, they got
You see that
they
balcony?
got the goose. Look at
Oh,
that.
what?
Okay.
They're on another level. Oh, that one has a goose too.
Yeah.
If you watch this, can you send me how you fold those? Because I'd love to learn. I could probably YouTube it, but I'm too lazy.
Well,
Man,
there's two.
this is a big
There's
plate.
two gooses, or that'd be geese. That'd be geese. Is it geese for two?
Geesies. It's geesies.
Geese's.
I'm kidding. It's geese. Gooses?
Oh Lord.
Flock of geese? I don't know.
Geese.
I
Clean
dig this
bathroom.
place. This place
Yep.
is super clean, super
Super
nice.
clean.
You got a lot of really good accent. I think I would just put a couple other things on the walls. Oh, dedicated workspace, awesome, simple, really cool. You got the screen in there.
That corner seemed. Hold on. Go back. Go back. That corner seemed a little too naked for me.
This,
I mean, I'm not gonna say it's good. It's the
this,
bottom. No, go back. The office. That corner. That to the right.
yeah.
I need something there.
Okay,
I don't know what.
each the
though.
room.
I can't see how big. Maybe a treadmill, maybe, or something. Or
that's not a bad
it just
idea.
feels naked. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it's not. I wouldn't say that's gonna kill the whole house.
I'm
I
assuming
love
grass
it.
doesn't grow in Vegas. Is it because it's a desert?
Yeah.
Accurate. All right.
Yep.
The turf. I like it. I think it's really cool. It's really sleek, really nicely well put together.
Yeah.
Well done. Oh, that
Yeah.
view looks really cool too. Overlooking the mountains. All right, those are the photos.
I love it. Yeah, I absolutely don't see any major problems with. Let's look at the description real quick. The actual right
This one?
copyright. Yeah.
Looking for a temporary home to relocate for a month or longer? This fully furnished features stunning LVP flooring, wood shutters, spacious balcony with city views. Enjoy the convenience of fully furnished high-speed internet, enclosed yard, adjustable work desk, 27-inch barn, extended stay.
Not bad.
No,
Not bad.
I like it.
Yeah.
You
One
don't really need
one
too
way
much.
one way if you want to. It's not a must. The new thing right now, because folks don't like to read, right?
Yeah.
Bullet points. Just straight boom, 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 boom. Internet, 1 gig. 5 miles from the main highway or what have you. But other than that, I love the property. Definitely, Kaylani,
Oh.
you know what you're doing. You should
Shan-
connect with Christine
Yeah.
because she is the queen of MTR in Nevada, Las Vegas. But yeah, man, that's all we got for today. Dylan, you got anything else?
No, just Shannon in the chat also said, got the origami towels going. She likes the
Hey,
chill. Oh, and then I think she was talking about that corner done. She said put a plant there. She would just wrote plant. I'm assuming she was like,
yeah,
put a plant.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'd say plant.
I think that's all we got for you guys. Keeping it a little shorter so you guys don't have to listen to me and Dunn talk for 60 minutes because I know
Yeah.
our voices are just terrible.
Again, guys, before we let you go, given the nature that we're in with LA fires, please be extra mindful. Do what you can. No one's telling you to lower your prices. You have to pay your bills too. Some of you guys have, rely on the cash flow to put food on the table. Some of you guys rely on the cash flow to pay for your other real estate investments, deals, all that. Just be mindful of the nature that we're in. There are family in need, and it doesn't matter if they're from south, west, east, Palisades. We're all human. We all need help. We all need, each other. And now is really rough, and we have the resources. So if you don't have the resources, plug in the public group, right? Try to connect with someone and try to help each other out. That's our goal here, is to try to help each other out. And that's what midterm rental is all about at the end of the day. If you want to find true success, it's all about being collaborative and being mindful with your clients. That's all I got, man.
All right, everybody. You guys have a great week. Let us know. Hit us up if you guys need anything. Peace.
Peace.
You have to stop it. It's not on my end.
All right.
Are we
We
out?
are stopped officially.